Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back for another DevPro Duel video. It's been a while and the format is coming to an end. So here is my current deck list, also the current side deck for the rest of the format. Within a few weeks, like about 4 or 5 weeks, we know the new list. So new things to try out, and let's face it, the current format now is boring as yeah, we know. Alright, a few games ready against the current big three, E-Dragons, Spellbooks and Evil Swarms. All games in the video were with the side deck. I think that's a bit more interesting than just the regular decks, like the regular main decks against each other. Yeah, alright, so the first game of the video, my opponent is playing Evil Swarms, and I think he gets to start. Looking at my opening hand is okay. No Treeborn, so that's a bit of a bummer. But looking at his hand, he pretty much has a god opening hand. Already opening with the rabbit, I don't have a failure, so I cannot stop the rabbit. He takes the risk of setting his 3 back row cards against the storm, immediately flipping his Ghost and Match. So Ghost and Match is, yeah, I don't have space in my side deck for Mobius, so pretty much now my only outs for the Ghost and Match are triple MST and the Storm. Obviously I'm going to activate Duality, hope that I mill or either pick either MST or Heavy Storm, and if those aren't the targets for the Duality, then hope that I fetch a swap or a Treeborn. I'm not going to set the MST. I don't want to risk him MSTing my back row, since normally you should side out your MST against Frogmonarchs, but a lot of players are keeping their MSTs in their main deck, and there's no reason to set the MST since he knows that I have it. So his Ophion is destroyed by the Snowman Eater. Luckily I draw into the Treeborn, which I set, and also again lucky he doesn't draw into an Evil Swarm monster to send it back to his deck with his Pandemic Trap card, so he can fetch Karikion and Turb from there. So I can keep the pressure on him with the Ryza. I believe I bounce back his, I know he has a Pandemic Trap card. So again, special summon a Treeborn, immediately tribute summon for Chaos. No reason to put the Vanity's Fiend on board with his 3 back row. Chances of him having Prison, Mirror Force or whatever are a bit too high. So Chaos targets his Pandemic Trap card, he failures, then attack into the pretty much expected Prison, so the Vanity's Fiend already would have been removed from play. Sad, he does top deck into a Karikion, so that puts him in a really nice spot. No failure on my part. He activates his Pandemic Trap card, sending back the Heliotrope, so that makes his rabbit live in his hand. He's going to normal summon his Mandragora, I have to say. And he attacks with his Mandragora and Karikion for some damage. Obviously going to drop the Gorse on his Karikion. The token is special summoned. He again makes an Ophion, so he's going to search out his, I believe, his last Pandemic from his deck. His Pandemic Infestation spell card. My turn again. I have a few options here, but I think I can drop Vanity's Fiend, although I think Light and Darkness Dragon was a better move. Since now only Mirror Force is his only out to get rid of my field, since cards like Dimensional Prison or Bottomless would just be negated by the Light and Darkness Dragon. So I attack with the Gorse, try to attack with the Gorse over his Ophion, and in case of Prison or Lance or whatever, yeah, Light and Darkness Dragon would just have negated it, unless he changed it, you know the deal. But sad, he did have his Mirror Force, so and here I pretty much, or yeah, basically just have to scoop. Since we know what's coming is going to exceed for the Dweller in main phase 2, and unless I draw into a Soul Exchange on this Dweller, I pretty much lose the game. Draw into the Chaos, so this equals GG, since the Dweller can negate the Treeborn. Alright, so the next duel of the video, again Evil Swarm, so again the same opponent. I asked my friend to test a bit, since I know a lot of people on DevPro don't play that well. Yeah, I just want to test out against the better decks like Evil Swarms, Elemental Dragons and so on. Looking at my opening hand, it's okay. Heavy Storm, really important against the Evil Swarm matchup, and Treeborn, so that's already an excellent opening. 3-1 special summon, not going to activate the Heavy Storm just yet. No reason, since I cannot follow up with the Monarch play. Set the Ronin, just in case he survives. I can put Light and Darkness Dragon on board, or even maybe Obelisk if I draw into Soul Exchange or enemy controller. And this is excellent. He doesn't, or he does not expect the Heavy Storm. And he also sets his Mirror Force, so the Gozen match was flipped face up. But luckily, Heavy Storm should pretty much seal the deal here with the Light and Darkness Dragon. And I think he's going to scoop here after drawing the Pandemic Trap. And indeed, so pretty okay duels against Evil Swarms. Next, my opponent is playing Spellbooks. And we know, maybe yeah, from the previous video against Spellbooks, that pretty much Spellbooks, in game 1, Spellbooks is definitely an instant loss, unless they open like really crap or really crappy. In game 2, the chances of you winning are a bit higher thanks to a Spell Canceller or Invader of Darkness, maybe Horus level 6 or Horus level 8, like a few people suggested Horus, but Horus is not that great, or at least Spell Canceller and Invader are a bit better than Horus, I think. So immediately put the Light and Darkness Dragon on the board. Again, is only out here is like top deck into a Priestess or Gaiku or Justice to waste a few cards. But I would rather have that than him drawing into a Priestess. Then immediately put that Vanity's Fiend on board, so now even Priestess isn't an out anymore. So attack with 1/8 eventually is going to yeah, activate a few cards to put that Light and Darkness Dragon on 18. Vanity's Fiend attacks directly, so now I think his pretty much his only outs are like Gaiku, or yeah, a high attacker, so that he does not have to waste a lot of cards. So he activates his Crescent and he does top deck into a Justice, so this is not that good. He attacks over the Light and Darkness Dragon, then Light and Darkness Dragon destroys my whole field. Although the swap is special summoned, mill the Treeborn, so I'm not that in yeah, that's bad. Yeah, I'm not in a bad spot. Although he does have Spellbook of Judgment, the Secrets, the Master Spellbook. And you know what's coming. He's going to end with the Yogun, and also search out I think 3 or 4 spell cards. I have to Veiler his Justice to prevent him from getting another Priestess to his hand, another Spellbook of Judgment. He makes a better move. He makes an excellent move by activating the Fate and banishing the banishing the swap from my field. So now I cannot special summon Treeborn, and this, yeah, I basically scoop, since it's pretty much GG. Can't do anything about that. So another game against Spellbooks. I think I get to start. Not sure if I get to start here. Yeah, so my opening hand again is pretty decent. Duality into, let's see what I duality into. Duality into a Vanity's Fiend. So normal summon the Swap Frog, milling the Treeborn and get the swap back to hand. So pretty okay. I have Vanity's Fiend in hand, Light and Darkness Dragon set up. So unless also with a Veiler in hand, so I can stop his Magician. So I think, yeah, I'm in a pretty comfortable position. I think I can win this game against Spellbooks. So Veiler his Magician to put him to a halt. So no Judgment Spellbook on his part. He attacks for 500, no big deal. I think it's just going to pass, yeah, indeed. So here I draw into an enemy controller indeed. So the Treeborn is special summoned, and I think my only option here was, or the better move here was to get the Light and Darkness Dragon as quickly as possible to the field. So again, his only outs are again the Priestess, or yeah, Gaiku or Justice. But then in those two cases he needs to waste a lot of cards. So I'd rather not have him drawing to a Priestess. He draws into a Justice, but I think he's just going to pass. Yeah, he still has a comfortable amount of life points to survive next turn. With normal summon swap, not activating its, yeah, obviously not activating its effect. Yeah, it's not the right move to keep the swap in hand, to put him to 1400 life points. So normally next turn I should have the game, unless he top decks into a Priestess, but obviously they always draw into the Priestess when they need to. So the Priestess eventually is special summoned. The Lightning Darkness Dragon drops to 800 attack, and the release is special summoned. And this again, yeah, basically is GG. Looking at his hand, he again has a power in hand. The Master, the Star also, yeah, also with the Justice. Yeah, we know that he's going to enter the Yoga field, so he's going to search out this Judgment spellbook, activate the Justice spellbook, and he's going to, yeah, pretty much do the same deal as the last duel. Search out a lot of cards. Search out the field spell. He's going to activate the Startle, activate the field spell. Yeah, and eventually he's going to enter the Omen. So again, spellbooks. Yeah, this is such a bummer on this format. Like, spellbooks is like an impossible matchup, even with the side deck cards. I side 3 Troll and Lockbird, but I don't draw them, so I cannot do anything about Spellbook of Judgment against spellbooks in general. Frogmonarchs just cannot win against spellbooks unless you're a bit lucky, but even then, like, look at that hand, I cannot do anything about that. Here we know he has a Priest in hand, so double Soul Exchange into Light and Darkness Dragon is not a correct play. And yeah, also we know he has a Fate in hand, so even Soul Exchange into Vanity's Fiend also is not a great move. But yeah, GG, whatever. Spellbooks should, yeah, Konami should definitely should do something about spellbooks. Last 2 duels of the video. My opponent is playing Elemental Dragons. I think I get to start. Yeah, indeed, foolish for the 3-1 and just going to end my turn. And looking at my opening hand, it's pretty good against Elemental Dragons, like with Angel 07, Vanity's Fiend, Obelisk, Enemy Controller. The combination between Enemy Controller and Obelisk to put, or yeah, take control of his Dracossack and immediately put an Obelisk on board with Dracossack and both his tokens. And I think he's going to push for a game with his Style Blaster and Dracossack. Luckily, I'm going to drop the Fader in a moment. And I believe he has a breakthrough skill set, yeah. And the breakthrough skill is going to play a huge role in this video, like you will see in a moment. One of the reasons why cards like Jurek Titano might be better than Angel 07. And might also be better than Vanity's Fiend, as you will see in a moment. So I survive. He's going to pop the Fader with his Dracossack, and here obviously, yeah, my plan was to take control of his Dracossack, activate the Dracossack, special summon 2 tokens, and tribute everything for Obelisk. Although he has a breakthrough skill now, so now I don't have a lot of options. I cannot drop the Obelisk. I cannot drop Angel 07, since then his dragons will just, yeah, stay on the field and he can attack the Angel 07 next turn. I also cannot drop the Vanity's Fiend, since he will just breakthrough skill it next turn and then make Big Eye, as you will see in a moment. And then he will just, yeah, steal my Vanity's Fiend, and then I have to top deck into a Soul Exchange next turn. So yeah, I cannot do anything about that. He's going to, I think he's going to exceed for Big Guy on his turn, since I don't have a 3-born Frog in my grave. Yeah, he makes a correct move. He's going to exceed for the Big Eye. Big Eye also one of the possible candidates for the ban list, or at least, yeah, not getting banned, but it might get restricted. We'll see. So we attack with this Blaster, and then in main phase 2, I think he's going to exceed for another Dracossack. Yeah, makes 2 tokens, and now I think I pretty much lost the game. I don't think I have any outs, since he stole my 3-born, draws into 4 cards with the Super Rejuvenation. Again, Super Rejuvenation, also one of the big candidates for the ban list. I think the card definitely should be banned, but yeah, we'll see. Last duel of the video against again Elemental Dragons. I think again I get to start. So the swap is, yeah, I decided to special summon the Swap Frog and immediately get that Vanity's Fiend on board. Like, don't give him a chance to go off. Unless again he has breakthrough skill. We know he mains breakthrough skill, and I know he sides skill drain. So I'm hoping that this set, yeah, is like bluff or whatever. But as you will see, he does have a skill drain. So he's going to flip up his skill drain. And now he's able to again go off. Luckily I do have a Maxi, to get some draws off and to put him to a halt. Now he makes the correct play. A lot of people wouldn't special summon the Tidal here as an extra monster next to the Redux, but in case of enemy controller, like probably he would have expected, this should always be game unless he special summoned his Tidal. And I should have expected the failure here. I should have played around the failure, like not activating the enemy controller in the standby phase and just keep the enemy controller like in main phase 1. Tribute summon for Chaos, like tribute my Treeborn Frog. Chaos activates, target is Redux. Then chain enemy controller to tribute my Chaos to target his Tidal. Then Chaos isn't phase up anymore, so then his Redux would have been banished by Chaos effect, and then I would have been able to attack for a game. So it was a minor mistake, but it didn't cost me the game, luckily. So I see a chance to get the Agello 7 on board, and unless he draws into Darkhold, this always should be game. Yeah, indeed, he's going to scoop. After the deck list, I think everything should be clear. Spellbooks take up a lot of space in the side deck, and because of that I cannot side both Trifortress Ops and Chirurg Titano. I think Angelo 7 is a bit better than Titano, although Angelo 7 is far more expensive than Chirurg Titano, so in that case, if you don't have Angelo 7, Chirurg Titano is an excellent replacement for Angelo 7. And also Breakthrough Skill is also a big threat to cards like Vanity's Fiend and Angelo 7, and Chirurg Titano isn't affected by Breakthrough Skill. As for the rest, I'm really looking forward to the new format, new things to try out, new decks, and so on. Guys, thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Litum signing out. Peace.